All right, so basically there you have it. That's our day. Started at 7 o'clock this morning. Actually, I was out the door at 6, and we did some tile work. We did some sheetrock work, and tomorrow one of my guys was in Honduras for the holidays. He will be back, and so I'll get him to help me do the door while Carla is doing some tile. We'll replace some of that rotten wood in there. Drove across Milton, or about 20 miles away, to check on that AC heat, and it was not what it was advertised as, so that was a bust. But we did get some good Vietnamese food, and so every now and then it just goes like that, you know. And we didn't make a bunch of money, but we didn't lose a bunch of money either, so that's a good thing. So maybe we'll have some good stuff tomorrow, but who knows? I'm old, I'm going to bed, and if you would like 15 minutes of my time, I am doing a free phone call, 15 minutes. Send me an email, it's in the description, and I will include your phone number, and I will give you a call. So have a wonderful evening. Bye. This is part of my day right here. We are at Lowe's and had to pick up some thin set, a couple pipe caps. I am draining a water heater right now because I'm going to have to pull out some sheetrock, see what kind of rotten wood we got behind that. Got a lot of termite damage. We installed a door, and this is kind of just a typical day of, you know, what goes on in the life of an entrepreneur. And here you have it. About to unlock the trailer right here. That weld is busted on the hinge, so this is why we're getting a new one. And these trailers last about 3 years, and then they're about wore out. They're just done. We got to get back, and we're going to move that water heater out of the way, open that wall up, and just see what's going on. And that is 50,000 miles. Clean out the floorboards a few times. What was that?
So I guess we just don't lock this anymore?
Nah, we don't need no locks. And see, we're kind of behind on this job because we lost a whole week because we had to repipe one because the plumbing broke. And this is landlord life. And this is Carla. Say hi, Carla.
Hi. Why couldn't it be 70 degrees when we were doing that plumbing instead
Right.
of 7?
And we're going to be putting tile down throughout this place. What I am having to do today is pull that out, pull this out. It's kind of hard to see, but a lot of bad wood right there. So we're going to figure out what all needs to happen. Well, there's a lot of sediment in the bottom of that. Funky too. Alright, we were having some backfeed. That's closed off, that valve right there. All of that is drained, and we're about ready to pull the water heater out. We'll have to move it over to here and then open this back door and put it out. You always want to make sure that you close that back up because we got to take the hose off to move it. And the other thing is that if that is not closed, there might be a little bit of water and then it's going to spill on your floor. So we're going to close that up, lock it down, we're good. Water heater is gone. We got it right out back there. Now we're going to undo the dryer vent, take that off, then we're going to cut this open and see what we got. You always want to score your wall, and the reason for that is that when you pull your sheetrock, you don't want the paint to keep on going. We want it to stop. So this is what we're doing. See how that broke off right there? That's what you want. That down there looks pretty good. So I got this stud right here. Then you got a 2-pack what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my level right in the middle of this, and I'm going to draw a line all the way up to the top, and we're going to take that off, and that way I'll have something to nail to if I don't have to go back any further. You'll notice we got that line. We're going to stop it right there. We'll come across. You gotta love this. They kept laying floor around the water heater and nobody would disconnect it and take the extra 30 to 45 minutes to do it properly. So they kept on doing it like that. See how that's doing? If we hadn't cut it, it would peel all over. Alright, we got extensive termite damage in that going all the way up. We got a rigid saw, or actually we ran a rigid for a couple of years, totally got our money's worth out of it. And let me tell you this, folks, this is where you don't ever want to get cheap, okay? Nothing against Harbor Freight, but when you buy a tile saw from there, a lot of times that metal that they use is much, so it's easier for the blade to get out of whack. It's not going to last as long and everything like that. You can buy one saw for $300, get 20 jobs out of it, or you might spend $900 on a saw and get, 300 jobs out of it. It all depends on where you want to be at, but this one right here is really nice. Edge that goes against the wall, that's where you want your cut at. This is going to be my butt joint, and people will be able to see that. This is going to be covered with quarter round. You just want to ease it through, don't force it. We are getting some good progress done. I'm in here chipping all this up, and we're going to have to pull that out. We're going to take some sheetrock over this way. Make sure, take it all the way up to the ceiling, make sure we don't have any more damage going that way. And we'll just have to see. And we're having to pull this up. When you see this right here, that means that you did not get a good set when the tile was placed. See where the flat spot is? You want that all over. Here it is. It's a slow process, but you got to do it. Oh, there's a cheesy over there. She's laying some tile. Well, here we go. We almost got it done, but that one was sounding hollow as well, so we need to get it. All right, so there we have it. We got all that done. And Carlo's killing it. This area is getting cleaned up. All right, here we are. This is going to be one of the tool chests. It's going in here. We done pulled all the wheels off of it, and we're going to right it, put it over there. More than likely mount hose reel top, one right below it, air, electrical, and then we're going to put one of those access panels on the outside that you see on an RV, so that we can just pull them out and then hook them and then reel them back in here. Looks pretty cool. I like these big drawers. Nail guns will fit in there nicely. And like I said, we'll probably mount one hose reel here, one right there. And then we'll build some shelves in this area. I might have to move this down that way so we don't lose that little space right in there. All right, here we are. We're in my 1998 Mazda extended cab little truck. And we are riding to go look at a window unit for one of the properties that heats and cools. Looks new. It's half price. we'll try it out. If it works, it's a done deal. And one thing about this little hoopty truck, first thing I ever bought on credit, well, first vehicle, had it with 10,000 miles on it. It's got 190 on it now. And AC works, heat works, runs good. I'm not big on radios. And the thing about it is I started my construction company out of this, and it was more like a handyman service than anything, but it got the job done, you know, and I didn't wait around or save money for a big fancy truck or anything like that. I got a rigid job box from a friend for $75, got this thing started, and proceeded to start my business, the construction business. Then I got a little trailer, and then I needed a different vehicle. And over time, you know, we've upgraded trucks. We've also gotten big enclosed trailers. On my second enclosed trailer, got that outfitted. See some of the videos in here. And I say all of this because this truck cost me $60 a month in insurance to hold on to it, okay? And the thing about it is that there's two things that are absolutely critical to my business and making money. My phone and my vehicle. And I see so many people with cracked, jacked up phones, and you know, these are people that are making serious money, $80,000, $100,000 a year, and they're, I'm going to wait until I get an upgrade. I got an upgrade coming in 3 months and everything. It's like, how in the world do you see your screen right now? You know, or it's got some kind of problem and it's not functioning properly. And but they still want to hang on to it because, the free upgrade and everything. Well, I figure if I lost one sale, that's probably going to be $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, and you can get a new iPhone for $800, $1,200. It doesn't make sense, you know. So if you're making money off of your phone, you need to go ahead and have money to buy a new phone at any given time, and you put that money to the side so your business does not stop. It's also pretty wise to have a backup vehicle. I can't tell you how many people have borrowed this truck from me. Last guy that did, his vehicle got stolen, and he was able to borrow this for a couple days from me. Made a difference in his life. A lot of people have had their cars go in the shop. They borrowed this from me. So having a backup vehicle that's inexpensive, and then, hey, if things get, $10 a gallon, I got a little 4-cylinder. I'll be able to run around town and everything and take care of the majority of my business. So boom, there you have it. Well, we drove about 20 miles and get there. Unit was in fantastic shape, very nice. $300, half price, but it was not what they said it was. It did not heat. All it did was cool. No dice. I need something that heats. So I'm going to have to order one this evening. And we're going to have to order some other stuff having to do with the trailer that we're outfitting. This is just all part of it, I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way, but the vast majority of people are not going to do what I do to get where to be at. And I will be the first to say it would be a whole lot easier if my mindset was different about it's okay to make money without putting effort behind it. And, that's something that I struggle with, in the sense that I'm always working hard behind it or doing something to that effect, trying to make it happen. But, it's not necessary. And at the end of the day, the only thing that I'm worried about is the bottom line in the checkbook. And if I get checks in the mailbox from slinging a hammer, if I get checks in the mailbox from somebody paying rent, there ain't no difference. That money spends the same. Well, we kind of struck out with that, so we're going to stop. We got a Vietnamese restaurant. We're going to get us some good food and then head to the house.